Hi, my name is Gretchen. I am the voice and person behind Amazing Charcuterie Boards. I make charcuterie boards here in my home and share them with you to give you ideas and inspiration to help you build your own boards. So today I am sharing with you 5 different ways that you can style salami. And this is such a good way to turn just kind of a normal board into something really fancy and fun. It's a great way to elevate your boards. So for this video, we are going to be using just the salami. There are other strategies and techniques that you can use for the other meats, and I'll be doing a new video coming soon on those. But I just wanted to focus on salami because it's such an easy and great thing to have on your boards. And I use it on kind of all of my traditional charcuterie boards. So I've got a couple different types and sizes of salami. You really can use anything that you like. So I've got just an Italian dry salami here, and then I have a hot, spicier one here, and you can see it's been cut into slightly smaller pieces. So I'll be using both of these to style and to use and to show you some of those strategies. So the first method is a salami rose, and you want some container that has kind of 1.5 to 2 inch diameter to make this. So you can use a shot glass, you can use champagne or a smaller wine glass to make this. And it's what you're going to do is you're going to take, let's see, I'm going to start with about 10 salamis, and I'm just going to go in and I'm going to put about half of the salami on either side of my cup, and then I'm just going to overlap it and work my way around the cup. Just keep going. This tends to give you a really open shaped flower when you're done. And I do find that sometimes the petals kind of open up, so I like to put this one kind of in the center and surrounded by other things. When you turn it upside down, you have a really pretty little rose. So let me do another one just to show you again. So 1, 2, and just keep working your way around. I use 10. You can use more if you want it kind of to be a little bit fuller. You can use less. If you use too many less, it tends to just fall apart or not kind of look quite as much like a flower. Okay, let's see here. All right, and there we go. So that one's a little bit looser, but you can have the idea there of those 2 charcuterie roses. So let me just kind of put those off to the side here for a moment. Okay, so for the next salami rose, I am going to just use a container, and you can actually pre-purchase containers that are clear and small and are perfect for this, but I'm assuming you're just doing this at home, and so you're going to want to be able to use what you have. So you could use a ramekin or some other type of small bowl. And because my shape is pretty big, I'm actually going to use about 7 of my pieces here. And I'm just going to start by going around and pressing the salami in to the bowl. I'm going to do it and leave about 1/3 of the salami on the ground here, or the bottom of the container as I work my way around. Let's see, I want one more. Okay, those are kind of the outer petals. And then I'm going to go ahead and take, for this I think I'm going to take 7 more of my salamis slices, and I'm just going to lay them out. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a pretty big container. I'm going to use 9. And so take your salami right in a row like that, fold it in half. This is going to be a big flower here. So I've got all my salami folded in half, and then I'm just going to tuck the end and start rolling up my salami piece here. And you don't want to make it super tight, you want to keep it kind of loose. And that's just going to go right here in the center. And you can see I'm going to put that entire thing with the container right on my board and surround it by other food. Okay, so there's number 2. Let's put that one off to the side over here. And for my next folding technique, I'm actually going to be making a salami chain. And this is something I use all the time. So what you're going to do to make a salami chain, first of all, let me just separate a couple of these pieces out here. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half and fold it in half again, so it's got this kind of nice little pocket in there. And you're going to do the same thing with your next piece, and you're then going to put them together like this. You've got 2 little pieces put together. For your next piece, do the same thing, fold it in half, fold it again, and you're just going to slide it in that piece in here. So you're just going to be building this chain. Try to keep it so you can see it by adding more and more pieces here. And this looks so pretty on your board. You can make this long, you can just do a couple short ones. If you really want it to be kind of compact, you can stick a toothpick through it. Otherwise, you're going to want to put it against something just so it doesn't come undone when you put it on the board, because the edges or the ends are going to be loose. All right, so let's take a look. So now I have a really pretty salami chain, and I can put it up here, up against something, and then surround it with other food. For my next method, I'm going to use some of these slightly smaller hot salamis, and it's just important. There are times where you just want to lay your salami out on the board, so you would never want to put kind of a chunk like this. It just is hard to pick up and doesn't look super attractive. So if you are laying out your salami, a couple ways to do that would be to fold each one in half and just kind of layer them on top of each other like this. Separating each one. Oh, there's 2 there. There we go. And so when you lay that out on the board, that last one I'm just going to give it a little push down. You have kind of a nice chain technique. And it's just a little bit more attractive than if you were just to lay it out as you found it in the container. You can also just simply lay them out like this. I would just recommend, if you're going to do that, that you again separate them. You don't just leave them in the way that the package had them all condensed together. So there you go. So for this last one, I'm actually going to use another container, and you can use a portion cup. You can this tends to be a little bit too hard to put into a ramekin, so I've actually saved the top of spice jars or containers, and I like to use those. You can get little, mini white cups like that. But for this one, you're going to want a container that is about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, but isn't super deep. And this one's a little bit more complicated. It's a flower, but it's more of a bouquet. So you're going to want to use your larger diameter salami. Fold it in half, and then you're going to just start by rolling up your salami. So you've got this kind of cute little bouquet. So I'm going to lay a couple of these out here, and you're going to want to start by just doing as many as you can that you can hold in your hand. Let me see if I can show you again. Roll it up, stick it in here. Roll it up, stick it in here. And you're getting this nice little bouquet like this. Oops. As I said, this one's a little bit more complicated. And then you're just going to want to start putting it into your container. I'm just going to hold that in place while I roll the next one. Once you get enough in here, it gets a little bit easier to keep them all together. Okay, so that's starting to come together. Let's roll it up one more time. All right, So you can see we're starting to get a pretty little bouquet here. I think I'm going to try to get a couple more in there. And not all of them need to touch the bottom. So you can kind of bring them up a little bit just to cover up that container edge. Let's get one more. And stick that one in there. And there we go. That's a pretty little bouquet, flower bouquet that you can put right on your board. All right, and those are the 5 different ways I have to share with you today. So we've got kind of the very simple rose or flower that you can put right on your board. We've got this a little bit fancier one that stays in a container. We have our chain. We have 2 different methods for just laying your salami out on the board itself. And we have the slightly fancier flower or salami bouquet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and come follow me over on Instagram or check out my blog. I've got lots of details about exactly how to do this with step-by-step photos, so you can check that out, and have a great day and enjoy your next charcuterie board.